based on the information present in the header. That is based on your packet information. Okay, packet switching, the switching is performed based on your header information. Okay. Next one is connection oriented and connection less service. What do you mean connection oriented service and connection less service? The connection oriented service, before we are transmitting the data, first we establish the connection and then we are transmitting the data. In connection less service, based on the header information, we are transmitting the data from one place to another place. These are all the fundamental things in networks. Okay, these are all the fundamental things in networks. But there are the topology is classified into 5 studies. First topology, short topology, anyone, please stand up. Anyone? What man? Orally they are answering the questions. Point out please. They are please stand up. The basic things in the network is these are all. Okay. First topology, star topology, ring topology, mesh, hybrid. Okay. What's the use of first topology? In this. Next one. Okay. In optical networks, we are using bus topology, ring topology, star topology, and mesh topology. Okay. In the bus topology, there the optical couplers. Couplers are used to connect the devices. Couplers are used to connect the devices. That is from one device to another device. We already studied in that. Okay. Optical couplers and splitters in basic elements of your optical communications. First unit, first topic. I think so. First unit, first topics. Basic elements in optical communication systems. You have seen that. Okay, optical couplers or splitters. Okay, optical couplers or splitters. What is the use of optical coupler? Optical coupler is used to couple the signals from one transmitter or from number of transmitters. Okay, transmitter 1, transmitter 2, transmitter 3, all are transmitting the signals means the transmitter 1 transmitter signal one layer, transmitter 2 transmitter signal in another layer. These signals are coupled in the optical coupler. And what is the use of optical splitter? It splits the optical signal. This is the use of optical coupler and optical splitter. In the bus topology, we are using the optical couplers. Okay. Here, single wire is used to connect the number of terminals. Okay. In bus topology, single wire is used to transmit the single wire is used to connect the number of users. Okay. Here the disadvantages, the cable failure, whole network is failure. The advantages, what is the advantage? What is the advantages? Single wire is enough to connect, therefore cost is very minimum. Understanding is very easy. The concept of bus topology understanding is very easy. Next one, here ring topology. All the networks, all the nodes or stations are connected in a ring format. The bits are transmitted, the informations are transmitted one by one. Okay, in the ring topology. One disadvantage present in the ring topology is troubleshooting is very difficult. Okay, next one, star topology. Okay, here one intermediate hub is present and that hub all the nodes are connected. Okay, the disadvantage in this model, in this topology is, if suppose your hub failure means automatically all systems are failing. Okay, the advantage is troubleshooting is very easy. Okay, next one is mesh network. In the mesh networks, all the nodes are interconnected. That is, the mesh network is also called as fully connected network. Mesh networks is also called as fully connected network. Each and every node is connected to all other nodes in mesh topology. Okay. Next. There we go to the SONET or SDH. Okay. The next topic in the first unit is SONET bar SDH. What do you mean by SONET and why SDH? SONET means synchronous optical network. SDH means synchronous digital hierarchy. SONET means synchronous optical network. protocols are already defined by somebody. We are using that. Okay. The protocols developed by somebody. We are using that. Who developed that protocols? So who developed that network means the ITU team developed that protocols. Okay. ITU means International Telecommunication Union or even Telecommunication Standardization Section. Okay. This developed this. Okay. Next one. In this SONET or SDH network, there is some frame format is that. Okay. Using this network, we are transmitting data. Here, some we are already studying this one. No, okay. Next, please. This is the components present in the SONET. Okay. The SONET, the components present are multiplexer, your air gap multiplexer. What is the use of our air gap multiplexer? Here we are adding some signal and dropping some signal. Okay. So it is similar to optical coupler and splitter. Okay. Air gap multiplexer is we are adding some signals and dropping some signals. Okay. Next one is the repeater. Okay. This is the basic element present in this SONET. Here three sections are main sections. First one is the section link. Okay. This is section link. The section link is the connection between the nearby components. This is the section link. Next one is the line section, line link. What do you mean by line link means from one multiplexer to another multiplexer. The connection between these two multiplexers is called the line link. Once again this to this. Next one is path setup. Path is end-to-end connection is called the path. Okay. These are all the major elements in the SONET network. From this, the three is main. First one is section, second one is line, third one is path. Path is the end-to-end link. Okay. Line is the connection between the two multiplexers. Section is the link between the nearby components. Okay. Here the major optical components are multiplexer, air gap multiplexers, repeaters. Okay, this is simple example for your SONET concept. Okay, previous. Next one. This is the basic structure for your SONET frame. Okay, the SONET structure is having some frame format. This is the basic structure for the basic structure for your SONET. It has 90 columns and 9 rows. SONET STS1, that is synchronous transport standard. Okay, STS having 90 columns and 90 rows. 90 rows are each bytes. Okay, among these 3 columns are allotted for your section and line overhead. Among these 3 columns are allotted for your section and line overhead. Remaining 87 columns are allotted for your SONET SPE. What do you mean? Synchronous payload envelope. Synchronous payload envelope means your data, okay, user data. Okay. Among this, 1 column is allotted for your path overhead. Among this 87 columns, 1 column is allotted for your path overhead. Okay. Section, line, and path. Okay. 3 columns are allotted for section and line overhead. 87 columns are allotted for SPE. Among these 87 columns, 1 column is allotted for your path overhead. The section and line overhead is called as transport overhead. These two sections is also called as transport overhead. Using this frame structure, we are calculating the data rate for the SONET. Okay. Using this frame structure, we are calculating the data rate for SONET. Please don't sleep. Okay. Previous. Okay, the basic transmission rate of the SONET is calculated, that is STS1 equal to, totally we are having 90 columns. Okay, totally we are having 90 columns, 99 rows. Okay, into byte. Single noise consists of byte, so 8 bits per byte. The total time taken for this SONET frame is 125 microseconds. Okay, single frame takes 125 microseconds. Using this formula, we are calculating the data rate. Okay, the initial data rate for your SONET is 51.84 microseconds. We are calculating using this formula. We are calculating the initial data rate. Okay, initial data rate for your SONET is 51.84 microseconds. Next, previous next okay. For STS1, the data rate is 51.84. Next one is STS3, STS12, STS18. In this way, the synchronous transport system hierarchy is increased. This STS12 rate is obtained by multiplying this rate into 12. Okay, and also the STS48 data rate is calculated by multiplying the basic data rate into this signal. Okay, this value 48. In this way, we are calculating the data rate. For STS-N signal, we are calculating the data rate, your initial data rate into N. Okay, this is the optical carrier lines. Okay, this is OC1. OC is the optical carrier signals. Okay, depends on the capacity. We are dividing this OC1, OC3, OC12, OC up to OCN. Up to OCN is available. Okay, but in the table column OC768. Okay, this is your SONET hierarchy. For SDS, okay, SONET is used in North America. SDS is used in all over world and also used in Europe countries. Okay, SDH means synchronous. SDH synchronous digital hierarchy. Okay, so SDH means synchronous digital hierarchy. The basic data rate for SDH is starts from this value. STS3 value is the basic data rate for your SDH. Here we are calling this as STM, synchronous transport module. STM is synchronous transport module. The basic data rate for the SDH starts from your STS3 value. Okay, here 155 megabits per second. In this way, we are calculating the number of levels. Data rates are calculated in this way. Initial data rate into your signal. Okay, if suppose STM12 means we are calculating STM12 data rate means we are calculating first initial data rate into 12. Okay, we are already seen that for STS-M signal, please don't make noise. For STS-N, the frame format is like this. Okay, 90 columns, 9 rows. So 9 rows into 9 rows, 90 columns, 90 into N. Okay, here 3 into N columns are allotted for section and line overhead, and 87 into N columns are allotted for your synchronous. What do you mean by synchronous? SPE, synchronous payload envelope. Okay, among this N columns are allotted for your path overhead. Okay, if suppose STS12 means how many columns are allotted? If suppose STS12, okay, you want to draw the frame format for STS12. How to draw this? 9 rows is fixed. 9 rows is fixed. Here 3 into 12 columns are allotted for your section and line overhead. The remaining 87 into 12 columns are allotted for SPE. Among this 12 columns are allotted for your path overhead. Okay, here the path overhead is placed anywhere between these points. From this to this where this path overhead is placed anywhere. The position is fixed by the pointer section in the line overhead. The line overhead, there is some pointer section. That pointer section decides where we place the path overhead among these 87 columns. Okay, this path overhead is placed anywhere in this point from in these 87 columns. This location is decided by the pointer section. The pointer section is present in the line over. Okay, this is your STS n prime format. Next one, this is STM. STH, that is STH means STM. STM what do you mean by STM? Synchronous transport module. For SDS hierarchy, the signaling level is represented by STM. For STM, the frame format structure of the frame is like this. Okay. Next one. Previous. What do you mean by wavelength? What do you mean by wavelength? Last one. Last one. You please stand up. What do you mean by wavelength? Why we are calling wavelength in optical communication? Light wave transmitted in the optical communication. This is called wavelength. I'm asking what is the wavelength? Why we are calling wavelength in optical communication? In normal communication, we are telling the signal as how we are representing in terms of frequency only. We are representing the signals. But in optical communication, we are representing wavelength. Please don't sleep. In optical communication, we are using the term wavelength, that is distance. In optical communication, 3 windows are there. What are they? 3 windows are there. First window, second window, and third window. The first window operated in the wavelength of 850 nanometer. The second window operated at the wavelength of 1300. Hello. We are already studying in the first unit. This is very basic. Okay, the optical wavelength is divided into 3. First window, second window, third window. In the first window, the optical frequency wavelength range for this first window is 850 nanometer. The second window, the wavelength range is 1330. Okay, 1330 nanometer. And the third window, 1550 nanometer. Okay, in the first window, we are using the LED for the optical source. We are increasing the number of windows. We are using the laser as a optical source. Okay, what is the difference between first window and third window? Depends upon the capacity. We are dividing this. Okay, if we are increasing the number of wavelengths, what will be the attenuation? Attenuation levels must be decreased. This was the transmission distance, that is wavelength versus your attenuation. For the second window range lies between these two. For the less than 15 kilometer, the attenuation rate for the second window is this one, and the last one is your third window. If we are increasing the distance, what will happen? Your attenuation level will be decreased. Okay. Next one. Next. Next one is SONET or SPH rings. The SONET network is operated in the topology, ring topology. Okay, this network is also called as self-healing networks, self-healing rings. This rings is also called as self-healing rings. Why we are calling this a self-healing ring? If one node is failure means it automatically switches to the other path. If one path is failure means it automatically switches to the another path. Therefore, it is called as this ring is called as self-healing ring. Okay. The SONET method, there are two popular methods are there. First one is 2-fiber unidirection path switched ring. 2-fiber unidirection path switched ring. Second one is 2-fiber or 4-fiber bidirection line switched ring. Using this concept, we can connect the network as 8 possible combinations. We are connecting the network. Using these two, we are connecting the ring as 8 combinations. First one is 2-fiber or 4-fiber unidirectional switch. Okay, unidirectional. First two is 2-fiber or 4-fiber unidirectional. Second one is 2 or 4 bidirectional. 2-fiber or 4-fiber bidirectional ring. And next one is based on the rotation, based on the rate of transmission, we are dividing 4. That is clockwise direction. 2-fiber clockwise direction. 2 these two, 8 possible combinations are there. First one is 2 fiber unidirectional or 4 fiber unidirectional. Next one is 2 fiber, 2 or 4 fiber bidirectional. Next one is depends on data transmission, either clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. We are dividing this into groups. Therefore, 8 possible combinations are there. Okay. This is 2 fiber unidirectional path switch ring. This is the diagram for unidirectional 2 fiber unidirectional path switch ring. Here we are using the 2 fibers. That is, one fiber is for primary path and the second one is for secondary path. Okay, that is 2 fibers are running between the nodes. First one is your primary path. If suppose your primary path is failure, means the data is transmitted to the secondary path. Therefore, 2 fiber unidirectional path switch ring. If suppose we are transmitting data from node 1 to node 3, okay, the data is transmitted both the primary path and the secondary path. If suppose the primary path is failure, means the secondary path data is taken by the receiver. Okay, here if suppose we are transmitting the data from node 1 to node 3, the data is transmitted both in the primary path and in the secondary path. Both the data is coming in the receiver side. The receiver chooses any one signal. Okay, if suppose primary path failure, means it takes the secondary path signals. Here the primary path is run this direction and the secondary path is run this direction. Okay. Next one. Next one is architecture for 4 fiber bidirectional line switch ring. Please, anyone can explain this? Anyone? This is the architecture 4 fiber bidirectional line switch ring. This is 1 fiber, fiber 1. Primary path. This is primary path. P means primary path and S means secondary path. 2 fibers are run between these two. Okay. Node 1, node 2. This is your primary path for this direction and another direction. Okay. 2 fiber bidirectional switch. This is for forward direction. This one is for reverse direction. And also the secondary path is also having this direction for secondary path and another one having the secondary path. Next one. Please, using that diagram, we explain the concept. If we want to transmit the data from node 1 to node 4, what will happen? Please, keep quiet. If we want to transmit the data from node 1 to node 4, what will happen? From this diagram, you will explain. Please, stand up. You. Because you didn't listen, you simply sitting and disturbing your neighbor. Please explain. If you want to transmit the data from node 1 to node 4, what will happen? If suppose from node 3 to node 4, the primary path is failure, what will happen? Please explain. Explain. Secondary path. சும்மா தமிழ்ல சொல்லுங்க தம்பி கேட்டுக்கிறேன். If suppose there is some cut in this wire, means what will happen? From node 3 to node 4, the primary path is broken, means automatically the switch in this node switches that primary path linked to your secondary path. Automatically the data is transmitted to this secondary path to the node 4. Once again, this node 4 switches this data, receives the data and switches this to primary path. Then once again the data is transmitted. Okay. Understand? Don't make noise in the classroom. Please keep mum. Okay. Next one. Please. If suppose both the primary path and secondary path will failure, what will happen? Under case primary path is cut. Here both the primary path and the secondary path is also open, what will happen? These are all the advantages present in the bidirectional line switch ring. This is the advantages in the line switch ring. Okay. Automatically, the transmitter, the node 3, the transmitter receives the information from the primary and transmits that to that receiver. Node 3 having the transmitter and receiver. Okay. It receives the data from the transmitter and sends that data to the receiver present in the node 3. That receiver receives that data and then transmits to the secondary path. Okay. If suppose we are transmitting node 1 to node 4, how it will occur? If suppose this is terminates, here one more loop is formed in this node 3 and also the loop is formed in this ring. Okay. So it will act as a closed loop. Okay. It will act as a closed loop. From this closed loop, we are transmitting the data. Here node 3 also having transmitter and receiver part. Node 4 also having transmitter and receiver part. Every node having a transmitter and receiver. So it receives the data and transmits it to the one receiver and then it chooses the secondary path to transmit the signal. From the signal will appear in the node 4. So this if suppose the two paths are failure means it will transmit the data. Okay. This advantages present in this bidirectional line switch ring. Next one is multiplexer concept. How we are multiplexing the number of signals in this optical fiber communication means here OC48. What do you mean 48? Optical carrier signal 48. That is the data rate is different for this 48. OC48. The high data rate signals are multiplexed and drop using the add drop multiplexer. Okay. Here OC48 signal is transmitted. Low data signals are also added and dropped by using this add drop multiplexer. Not only multiplexing the same data rate signal, we are adding high data rate signals and also we are adding the low data rate signals and also dropping the high data rate signals and low data rate signals. This is possible in the add drop multiplexer. High data rate signals are also multiplexed. Low data rate signals are also multiplexed. Here dropping also low data rate signals also drop. Here for example this dark lines is OC48 signals. This signal the dotted line is OC3 signals. For OC3 signals what is the data rate? What is the data rate for OC3 signal? 51.86 into 3. What is that? So and OC48 51.46 into 12. So this is low data rate signal, this is high data rate signal. Low data rate signal and high data rate signals are multiplexed by using the add drop multiplexer and also we are adding in between the network. This is your source that is your destination means in between we are adding and dropping some signals. This is the use of add drop multiplexer. Okay. Next one is WDM. Next topic is WDM networks. In the WDM networks, there are two methods are there. First one is broadcast and select network. Second one is wavelength routing network. Broadcast and select means what? From the name itself, you can define broadcast and select. You can define the term broadcast and select. From the name itself, we can define broadcast and select. Where we are using this concept, broadcast and select. Radio, very good. In radio, we are using this concept, broadcast and select. We are transmitting the number of wavelength, number of frequency signals using the tunable filter. We are choosing the particular frequency or particular wavelength. Okay, this is the broadcast and select networks. Next one. This is here the broadcast and select network is classified into two. First one is single hub broadcast and select network. Second one is multi-hub broadcast and select network. This is the star topology and that one is the bus topology. Please, second row, second one. Deeply sleepy. Please stand up. Please explain. You. Please explain. This is the star topology. Here we are connecting 4 nodes. The 4 nodes are transmitting the wavelength lambda 1 signal using the wavelength lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3 up to lambda n. Okay. We are transmitting the signals. If transmitter 1 transmit the signal using the wavelength lambda 1, at the same time your node 2 transmit the signal by using the wavelength lambda 2. What will happen? Why we are calling this as broadcast and select network? Node 1 transmitting the signals and node 2 transmitting the signals, node 3. All the signals are in the star coupler and then all the signals are transmitted to each and every node. Each node having the tunable filter. Using that filter, it will choose as the correct signal. Okay. If node 3 wants the signal from node 1 means it tunable filter in the node 3 tunes and it selects the lambda 1 signal. That is signal coming from your node 1. Okay. This is the broadcast and select network. Broadcast means it transmits all the signals to all nodes. Okay. In that nodes having the tunable filter, that tunable filter chooses the appropriate signal. Okay. Next one. This is the multi-hub architecture. Please, anyone can explain this? Here, each node transmits the fixed wavelength. That is, for node 1, each node transmits the fixed wavelength and receives the fixed wavelength. Here, the node 1 transmits the wavelength lambda 1 and lambda 2. Here, the two wavelengths are used for node 1. And also, it receives the wavelength lambda 5 and lambda 7. Okay. The same thing here, node 4 transmits the signal using the wavelength lambda 7 and lambda 8. It receives the signal using the wavelength lambda 2 and lambda 4. Okay. If suppose we want to communicate, we want to transmit the signal from node 1 to node 3 means what will happen? If you want to transmit the signal from either node 1 to node 4, what will happen? Here, the node 1 transmit the signal using lambda 1 or lambda 2 to this star coupler. Okay, to this coupler. Then, using this wavelength, using this lambda 1 wavelength, the same signal is transmitted to node 3. Node 3 once again transmit that signal using this wavelength lambda 5 or lambda 6. From lambda 5 to lambda 6. Sorry. This is node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. Wait. If we want to transmit the signal from node 1 to node 4 means what will happen? Please, once again. Here, from node 1, transmitting the data using lambda 1 to lambda 2. Either it is using lambda 1 or lambda 2. It is sending to the node 3 using this lambda wavelength. Okay, using this wavelength. Once again, what will happen? It receives the signal using the lambda 1 wavelength and then it transmits either using lambda 5 or lambda 6. That lambda 5 or lambda 6 is here the lambda 6 wavelength signal is transmitted to this node. From this node, either it is using lambda 4 wavelength, it is transmitting using the lambda 4 wavelength. From this wavelength, it is transmitted to node 4. Okay, here the transmitting and receiving wavelength is fixed. Okay, here the transmitting and receiving wavelength is fixed. Here, what we are doing is from 1 to 4 means 1 using lambda 1 and lambda 2. The 4 receiving the wavelength lambda 2 and lambda 4. Okay, using this wavelength, we are transmitting data to node 3 and node 2. Once again, node 2, node 4 using the lambda 4 wavelength. Got it? If suppose we want to transmit data 1 to 2 means the data will pass which nodes? If we want to transmit the data from 1 to 2. Anyone please? The last row, last one. Please take a mark. If you want to transmit the data 1 to 2. 1 to 2. 1 to 2. The node transmit the signal using lambda 1 and either lambda 1 or lambda 2 to the star coupler. Next. Where it goes? From node 1 to where it goes? But node 2 receives the data wavelength lambda 6 and lambda 8. Okay. The node 2 receives the signal using the wavelength lambda 6 and lambda 8. Okay. First it transmits the signal to star coupler using the either lambda 1 or lambda 2. Next step, it passes the signal to 4 or 3. Okay. First it passes the signal to star coupler. Then the lambda, if you are using the lambda 1 wavelength means the lambda 1 is transmitted to node 3. From node 3, we are choosing the lambda 6 wavelength. So the same signal, the signal is passed using the lambda 6 wavelength. Then the lambda 6 to your node 2. Okay. Otherwise, if you are choosing the node 4 means you are transmitting the signal using the wavelength lambda 2. Lambda 2 to your node 4. Your node 4 to lambda 8. Node 4 using the lambda 8 wavelength. Using lambda 8 wavelength, it is transmitting the data and then node 4 to node 2 using the lambda 8 wavelength. Okay. If this is your packet data structure, depends on your better information, it passes the signal from your source node to the destination node. Already we have discussed packet switching and circuit switching. In the packet switching, the data transmission is based on the header information. Okay, based on your header information. Based on your header information, the data is transmitted from your source to destination. Okay, next. Next one is next topic is routing and wavelength assignment. Okay, next topic is routing. Why we go for routing and wavelength assignment is we are increasing the number. We are fixing the wavelength to that particular link. Okay, we are fixing the routing and wavelength. சீக்கிரம் மாத்திர போட்டோம்.